Good evening, folks, and welcome to the Monroe Athletic Complex here in New Rochelle, New York. This is the Monroe University Invitational. It's the hosting game number 2. The Monroe University Mustangs 2-2 on the season, taking on the visiting Hagerstown Community College Hawks, who are 2-1. Hawks head coach Bernard Hopkins in his 5th season, 96 graduate of VCU, native of Baltimore, Maryland. He's assisted by Colby Billy, Ben Schlatter, and Jamila Hopkins. For Monroe, it's Jeff Brustad in his 22nd season. He's amassed 553 wins in his career, 9-time District Coach of the Year, 9 district championships, 9 NJCAA tournament appearances. He's assisted by Patrick Dame, Jobsy Reyes, and Ernie D'Angelo. Brustad, SUNY Oneonta 1990 graduate. Mustangs looking to break a 2-game losing spell. Started off the season 2-0. Their starters tonight, freshman guard from the Bronx, Eric Mejia. A sophomore guard from Buenos Aires, Argentina, Pedro Schuldman. A sophomore forward from Queens, New York, Devere Palmer. A freshman forward from Hilo, Netherlands, Killian Tart. And a freshman forward from Providence, Rhode Island, Hassan Washington. For the visiting Hawks, sophomore guard from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, DeAndre Mitchell. A sophomore guard from Boonesboro, Maryland, Tristan Cook. Freshman guard from Hagerstown, Maryland, the Shippensburg transfer, Najee Allen. Freshman forward from Rochester, New York, to Marion Roundtree. And a sophomore forward from Palm Coast, Florida, Mason Sword. Mustangs in their home yellows with the blue numbers and trim. Hagerstown in their black and green, white trim, green numbers. If you're just tuning in now, Allegheny College of Maryland defeated Elgin Community College 92-88 in Game 1. Officials are ready to go, and so are we from New Rochelle, New York. 7:21 p.m. Eastern Time. Mustangs coming off a tough loss last Saturday at number 12 Southern Idaho, 96-75. The Hawks beat Harcum College last Wednesday, 79-71. We're underway. Tip is won by the Mustangs. This is number 0, Eric Mejia. Freshman from the Bronx, leads the team, averaging 22 points per game. Killian, it's Hart. Nearly lost it. Mejia. This is number 13, Devere Palmer Jr., sophomore from Queens, Christ the King High School product. A foul already on number 12, Najee Allen, the freshman. His first, the team's first. It's Hart. Handoff, Mejia. He shoots the 3 ball at 47%. He's dangerous. Palmer Jr. at Hart. They'll swing. Mejia drives. He's a little chippy here. That's DeAndre Mitchell called for the foul, wrapped him up, and stood him up, and then some. Mitchell commits his first, the team's second. 19:22 to go in the opening half, 48 seconds in. Shot, it's Hart. Missed it. Offensive board, Hassan Washington cracks the seal. 2-0 Monroe. We have a turnover. Hagerstown from Hagerstown, Maryland. They are located in northwest Maryland, roughly about 4.5 hours away from New Rochelle. It's Hart in the paint, dribbles it out, kicks, corner three, Mejia, rims out. Rebound, Hawks. This is Mitchell, bounce pass ahead to number 10, Tristan Cook, the sophomore. Foul line, jumper is off. That was Roundtree. Mejia, the bounce pass to It's Hart, unsuccessful. Bad pass. Schuldman with the dunk. 4-0 Monroe, and the crowd getting into it. Timeout Hagerstown. Coach Hopkins wants to talk this one over. Hagerstown last year 14-15 overall, just 3-8 away from home. They want to improve on that mark. Couple of fouls already, one apiece issued to Allen and Mitchell. Schuldman and Washington with the buckets for the host, Monroe University. A team averaging 81 points per game, and they force 17 turnovers per game. So Hagerstown looking to come out a little cleaner out of the timeout. Inbounds pass, and we're back on their way here. Mitchell gets a pick from Roundtree. That's Allen, and now back out. This is Sword. A three, left hand, off the mark. Schuldman, a good rebound. It's Hart. Good passing here from the Mustangs. Palmer Jr. lays it in. Had 13 points against Southern Idaho, off to a good start. Love the passing. Jumper from the elbow. Foul line extended, missed by Allen. Mejia. Bounce pass, Washington. Floater in the paint, good. 8-0 Monroe, 3 minutes in. Looking to drive, Allen. Sword, top of the key. Off the glass and in. That's the sophomore from Palm Coast, Florida. Averaged 14 points per game last year. Led the team in field goal percentage. The Hawks expect a lot from him in year number 2. Fun fact, Sword shares the same hometown as my parents, who are tuning in. It's Hart. The running hook. Missed. Allen draws contact on the way up. It'll be the first foul on the Mustangs, issued to Schuldman, his first, the team's first, and the Hawks will bring in 2 fresh faces off the bench after the first foul shot for Allen. 87% from the line this season. Again, it's only a 3-game season thus far. Small sample size. Rainbow arcing, drops the first. Here comes Ashton Keys, number 34, the freshman forward from Winchester, Virginia. He'll replace Tamarion Roundtree. A good high arcing foul shot from Allen. He'll check out. Checking in is the freshman guard from Baltimore, Maryland, Cameron Horton. Keys will guard the ball. They're playing a 3-2 zone at the moment. Schuldman called for steps. So Hagerstown has scored 4 unanswered points. Second turnover for the Mustangs. Cook gives, this is Roundtree, looks to drive, stuffed from behind. Fakir Mosley, the freshman from Newark, New Jersey, replaces Killian Etart. Mosley at 6'2". He's played in all 5 games, averaging 5 points off the bench. Schuldman swipes away the inbounds pass, but then the aforementioned Mosley had his pocket picked by Sword. If Monroe expects to win tonight, they must have an answer for Sword. Baseline drive, I thought that was out, but they save it. 5 on the shot clock. Do the Hawks realize it? They do at the last second. Wild shot. Good defense from the Mustangs. Schuldman drives, kicks in the paint, turnover. All the way down the other end, and one. Tristan Cook with the layup plus the foul. Cook, an 89% free throw shooter. Well, front-ended it there. Three-two zone again. They know Monroe has a couple good shooters out there. Schulzman drives. That was a good-looking play until Washington lost possession. They had a good baseline cut. Ryan Williams Jr. will check in, the sophomore from Queens, New York, replacing Pedro Schuldman, as well as number 5, Riley Dunn, the 7-foot freshman from Ballarat, Australia. Dunn is tall. He's wearing number 5 in yellow. He's the tallest player on the court by at least 5 inches. Sword with the basketball for the Hawks. Here comes the screen from Keys. Oh, good move inside. Mitchell with the kiss off the glass. The left hand, and Hagerstown has scored 8 unanswered of their own to tie the game up. Mosley. Mejia drives. Kick. Mosley a 3. Off. Dunn. Tipped it to Hagerstown. See man-to-man here for the Mustangs and a 3-2 for the Hawks. So that's been the defensive scheme thus far. They look to drive on. Dunn used his wingspan to tap it away. Players get tangled up. I thought he was fouled, but Mosley cleans up the miss for 2, and the Mustangs go back on top 10-8. Driving in, Roundtree, stuffed. Williams Jr. with a great block. Mosley crossed up one defender, short. Roundtree gets the board, and here's Sword. Gives ahead. Three-pointer in transition is good. That's Cameron Horton, the freshman from Baltimore, Maryland. had 12 points, 4 boards, and 27 minutes off the bench in their last game. Connects with a 3 early. Hawks have their first lead, 11-10. Layup off the glass is off. Dunn is there to secure it. Mustangs looking to get a bucket. Mosley's open. Takes a better looking shot. That's something coaches on film will be watching. He passed up an open 3. Dribbled into a lane. Saw it was getting crowded. Pulls up. Hits the bucket. Mustangs back up 12-11. Sword looks the drive, stops and pops. Dunn, another board. Well, we're already under 12 minutes to go in the first half. Mejia 3, cans it. Eric Mejia so far has looked pretty impressive. Gets his first bucket of the game. 15-11. Sword in the corner. Oh, good pass inside. Mitchell fouled on the floor by Dunn. Dunn had his hands up, but his feet were not set and made contact. Oh, wait, they're gonna call it on Mosley. There was a hand check prior to the bump, so it's Hart will check back in for the Mustangs. Hagerstown has 6 players up, and running off there is Cook. Cook will replace Keys. Turnaround jumper. Offensive board. Sword is stuffed by Dunn, and the presence of Riley Dunn early has been a factor. Mosley. As Mejia looking to kick, but good hands from Horton. We talked about Dunn, 8 points, 5 boards, and 21 minutes off the bench against Southern Idaho last Saturday. This is a Monroe team as Dunn is short on the layup. They went down early to Southern Idaho, 56-31 at halftime, but they finished strong in the second half. They outscored them 44-40. Sword is there for the offensive board. Leads to a 3. Horton. Hagerstown comes within 1. Mejia drives, contact, no call. Looking to move it quick here. Are the Hawks blocked? Dunn. But his feet were out. His heel was on the line. Devere Palma Jr. back in. Eric Mejia comes out. And for Hagerstown, the freshman guard from Orlando, Florida, Jalen DeBose, checks in for the first time. 4th game with 1 start. Nearly picked off. Also in for Hagerstown, number 33, Blamasi Fafana, the sophomore forward from Richmond, Virginia. It's Hart, good two-handed board. Over halfway through the first half. Game fast moving, but we've seen more half-court sets in this game compared to the first. Palmer Jr. knocks down the elbow jump shot. He's got 4, along with Mosley and Washington. 3-pointer. Good. DeBose. Shooting just 27% from downtown, hits that one. Again, still early in the season. will be a foul on Horton here. Too much contact on Etzhart. Third team foul on the Hawks. And that's the second foul on Horton. That's big. Dunn in the paint. Short on the left-hand layup. Gets his own board. Try again. Can't finish. Three-pointer off. Mosley is denied. Etzhart looking to post up his man. Hook off the glass and in. Killian Etzhart with his first basket. 19-17 Monroe. Mitchell. Bounce pass inside on the wing. And a foul. Let's see if they get Dunn or Mosley. It's on Mosley. That's his second. Mosley will check out. Mejia back in, and then Riley Dunn will check out. Hassan Washington back in. The team's leading rebounder, averaging 6 per game. So Jeff Brustad, experienced coach, 553 career wins. Mixing and matching his lineup. Hagerstown proving to be a very tough match thus far. They were 14-15 last year, as I mentioned. Bernard Hopkins, a pretty rich resume. Played at Hagerstown from 92 to 94. Transferred to VCU and then played his final 2 years there. So Hagerstown known to be a good jumpstart collegiate institution for their basketball players. Hopkins played some pro ball overseas as well. Washington with the two-handed jam. Good feed. Hassan Washington's got 6 points. That leads all Monroe scorers. Horton. He's been out there a while. 3, and it's off. DeBose has been shooting often early. Mejia uses the screen. Etzhart. Turnover. DeBose lost control. Etzhart, wraparound pass, nobody home. DeAndre Mitchell re-enters, replacing Najee Allen. We're going to split the defense. Foul on the way up. Good job by Mitchell. Mitchell had 16 points in just 13 minutes against Harcum. Was third amongst the team in scoring last season. He missed the first foul shot. 94% so far through 3 games. Mason Sword will check out for the first time. Mitchell splits the pair. 21-18 Monroe as Killian Etzhart picked up his first personal foul. It's the 5th team foul for the Mustangs. Palmer tried to feed Washington. Foul on the floor. And it was Cook that came back in for Sword, so a little smaller lineup here. Fourth team foul just called against Hagerstown. Baseline official wanted help from the side, who got a better vision at that. Substitution in for the Hawks. Tanyan Shaw will check in, the sophomore from Waynesboro, Pennsylvania. Shaw playing in his fourth game. Mejia looking to create some space. They swing, 5 on the shot clock, got to move. Fouled on the way up is Palmer Jr. So Palmer Jr. 83% from the line so far. It was just the first free throw attempt for the Mustangs this entire game thus far. They have not gotten to the line at all before this. Palmer Jr. splits the pair. Here comes the full court press. Hawks break it with ease. Shaw, corner three. Air ball. Good putback though. (22-20). It's Hart, good pass. Jam inside. Hassan Washington. The freshman from Providence, Rhode Island, just energized the crowd with that slam. Floater from the baseline is off. Good defense from the Mustangs. They're in their groove already. Reverse layup is short. This team lost just one game in this gym last season. They were 13-1 here at home. A three-pointer from Horton, who's had an impressive first half. Have a whistle. And an offensive foul. Hassan Washington commits his first personal. That's the team's 6th foul, one more, and they'll be in the penalty. Hassan Washington, 8 points so far for him, 3 rebounds. Three-pointer, short. Good rebound from Williams Jr. The alley-oop pass, Washington had to just bring it down that time and not go up for a shot. He's limping a little. Layup blocked from behind by Palmer Jr. Mejia, transition, draws a block on Cook. And for Tristan Cook, that's his first personal foul. Team's 6th. Mason Sword back in for Cameron Horton. Horton drilled 3 threes off the bench, 3 for 4 from downtown. He's Hagerstown's leading scorer at 9 points. And Killian, it's Hart, just knocked down a 3. Monroe back up by 4. It's Hart's had a solid first half. Three-pointer, off. (27-23) Monroe. Good pick and roll action. Washington draws the foul. I believe it'll go on Sword. Mason Sword, that's his first, team 7th, so it'll be a 2-shot foul for Washington. And I think the key so far, they've held Mason Sword to just 2 points, 1 of 4 from the field, and that's credit to the Mustangs defense. Checking back in for Hagerstown, number 12, Najee Allen, the Shippensburg transfer. As well as number 44, freshman from Laurel, Maryland, Xavier Pickett. Sword collects the rebound off the miss. It's a 5-point lead for these Mustangs. Good extra pass. 3 ball. That's Pickett fresh off the bench. The 3 ball's been falling for Hagerstown. That's what's been keeping them around. Shooting it at 39%. Oh, good backdoor cut and the jam. Ryan Williams Jr. brings the house down. Allen trying to split a defender, can't quite do it. Palmer Jr. in the lane, kicks out. Mejia stepped out. That's the 11th Monroe turnover, and that's been their Achilles heel. That's why they're just up 4. Checking in for Monroe, Chulaka Munachimzo, Godswill in the game. 6'8" freshman from Nigeria. Sword, 20-footer, hits it. And he's going to be a problem. That foul line extended area, that's where he can hurt you and cause some damage. Mejia, 3, rims out. There's Munachimzo, lost it. Hawks ball. 2:16 to go in the half, and 30-28 is the score. Lower scoring first half compared to the first game. These two teams a little bit more technically sound on offense, not as many turnovers, although Monroe does have 12, Hagerstown just 7. And defensively, too, you have to key in on a lot of these guys staying out of foul trouble, which is a huge factor. Foul line jumper, missed it, it's Hart. Off the mark, but that rebound went off his left hand. Shaw checks out. Horton back in. Minute 58 to go in the half, and Hagerstown will inbound. Pickett, deep 3, air ball, hit nothing. Hagerstown back in that 3-2 zone. They have Sword playing up top. And Palmer switched to the left hand. Good decision there. Under 90 seconds left in the half. Pickett fires over to Cook. Floater in the paint. Too strong. Gets his own board back thanks to a couple tipped balls. No dice. It's Hart. Back out. Hagerstown wanted a walk. They won't get it. Mejia, 3. No, not that time. Sword hits the deck, got fouled. Let's see who they call it on, if it was Palmer or Mutachimzo. It's on Mutachimzo. Oh no, they called it a Palmer Jr. First personal on him, the 7th team foul. I mean, look at the field goal percentage. 50% for Monroe, just 29% from Hagerstown. How are they only down by 4? Well, 12 turnovers for the Mustangs. And bench points, Hagerstown holds a 17-6 edge. Points in the paint, Monroe leads that 18-8. Sword at the foul line. And Coach Brewstad irate. Sword his first free throws of the night, missed it. Won't get a second. It was a 1-and-1. 45 seconds left in the half. Mejia. Palmer Jr. Kicks. It's Hart. Good baby hook in the paint. 34-28 Monroe. It's Hart with 7 points. Horton down to 10 seconds in the half. Deep three. Allen knocks it down. 2 seconds. Mejia couldn't get the play off in time. Wouldn't have mattered. Williams Jr. shot was too late. Pass from Mejia was too late. That'll do it for the first half. Monroe leads Hagerstown 34-31. First half stats, we're looking at that three-point percentage I cued in on earlier. Hagerstown is at 40%. They've caused 12 Monroe turnovers, and they've never gone down by more than 8. Since they trailed 8-0 to open up the first half, they've done a good job chipping away and not quitting. My name is Tom Scavetta. We'll be back in about 10 to 12 minutes or so to preview the second half. At halftime, it's Monroe 34, Hagerstown 31. Welcome back to the Monroe Athletic Complex here in New Rochelle, New York. My name is Tom Scavetta. Thank you all for joining us here this evening. Second half underway between Monroe and Hagerstown Community College. Monroe leads 34-31, and an and one to start. DeAndre Mitchell averaging 19.5 points per game, the sophomore from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Foul is on Hassan Washington. So he converts the three-point play. .34 all here at New Rochelle. And there's a jam from Hassan Washington, now has 11 points to lead all scorers. First half, Monroe shot 52% from the field. Hagerstown just 31%. Schuldman with a steal. And the finish. Points in the paint pretty lopsided. Monroe led 20-8, although Hagerstown got 17 points from their bench. Ashton Keyes in there to start the second half. Number 34. Etzart mishandled the feed. He'll have to kick back out. Schuldman, good extra pass. Palmer Jr. hacked on the way up by Allen, his second. They're going to call it on Cook. That's his second. Must have armbarred him on the way up because Allen got the brunt of that contact. Palmer Jr. at the line for two. First one hits the back iron. Palmer Jr. at 7 points, 4 rebounds in that first half. Missed them both. Tough to leave points off the board like that. There's a transition three for Cameron Horton, who had 9 points in that first half. 9 of those 17 bench points for Hagerstown. Just hit his fourth three of the game. It's hard on the high post. Good pass. Good recovery by the Hawks. Swiped away. Cook. Feed Horton for his fifth three. Short. Schuldman wrestles it away. Washington fouled. Mejia inbounds. It's Hart. Too high for the 6'7" Washington. That's a Mustangs turnover. That was their one Achilles heel in the first half. We have a 1 point game. Mitchell, and offensive foul. That's the third foul on Mitchell. He's got to be careful. Mitchell's their leading scorer. He shoots the ball well from the field. He's in foul trouble. Oh, hard contact there. Fouls on Mejia. Second foul on Mejia. Team second. Cook. Inbounds. Monroe. Now University officially switched from Monroe College to Monroe University on September 19th. of this year. So congratulations to Monroe. Washington just committed his third. This will draw Riley Dunn in off the bench. Dunn played 7 minutes in that first half in relief of Washington. And Hassan Washington, huge loss for the Mustangs with those 3 fouls. Horton continues to impress. Now, this is not the first time he's done this off the bench. He had 23 points in a game this season, had 12 points off the bench against Harcum College last Wednesday night. And that was in 27 minutes. So he plays over half the game, hits both the foul shots, and Hagerstown back on top by 1. Schuldman. They have Dunn occupying the baseline. It's Hart. The drive is Palmer Jr. Can't finish. Sword wins that loose ball. He had a quiet first half. Horton kicks Mitchell. Elbow jumper. No good as it's Hart. Another rebound. Foul on Mitchell. And for Mitchell, might be his fourth foul. That's not good as Keys and Mitchell will come out. Jalen DeBose back in, as well as Tamarion Roundtree, who started the game. Pedro Schuldman will check out for Ryan Williams Jr. for Monroe. Blocked. Roundtree, good stuff. Following through, this is Sword. Not strong enough. Foul on the floor. Fouls racking up on Hagerstown, not even through the first 4. Haven't even hit under 16 yet, and Hagerstown has 14 fouls. Dunn, handoff, aggressive screen, no call. Wide open jump shot, missed. Horton has been very impressive tonight. Sword, elbow jump shot, no. Dunn taps it to Mejia. Hagerstown, their largest lead has been 1. They had a 1-point lead in the first half, too. Stripped away there, and Palmer Jr. took an awkward fall. DeBose fouled. That'll be on It's Hart, his second. DeBose at the line, looking to extend this lead. First one rims out. Number 3, Jago Robinson checks in for the first time. The freshman guard from Brooklyn, New York. Fakir Mosley checks back in the game. In that first half, Mosley had 4 points, 2 fouls. DeBose missed both the free throws. There's Dunn off the glass. His first basket. Bench trying to start a defense chant. And Mason Sword gets a basket down the other end to put Hagerstown back up 1. We have a whistle on the floor. I think they're going to reset the They might reset the game clock here. So 15-11 to go in the second half. Ryan Williams Jr. will inbound in front of his own bench. Mosley. Good hands and anticipation from Roundtree. Swipes it away from Dunn. Layup is good. Hawks up 3. This is their largest lead they've had. Step back jumper is good. Robinson gets in the stat sheet there. Sword with the basketball, fronted by Dunn. Tough shot. It was clean. Blocked by Riley Dunn. It went off of Hagerstown. Manuel Peral checks in the game, the sophomore guard from Buenos Aires, Argentina. Listed as 5'10". That seems to be a bit generous. He's played 2 games thus far. This will be number 3. Foul on the floor. Called against Cook. Third personal on Cook. 15 foul. Ashton Keys returns for Tamarion Roundtree. There's that 3-2 zone. It's Hart, looks to exploit it. Floater can't hit. Dunn with the left hand. Tap back. Riley Dunn, 4 points off the bench in this second half. Keys, a 3, hit the back iron. That was DeBose. The look in the corner, baseline drive, reverse layup, no good. Loose ball. It went off of Hagerstown and Ashton Keys. Players fighting hard out there. Competitive game. Similar to the first one, very competitive as well. Although that did require a bit of an Allegheny comeback. The feed to Dunn. It's on Roundtree, or pardon, Horton. Three fouls on Horton, 3 fouls on Cook, 4 fouls on Mitchell. That is not good for the backcourt of Hagerstown. He'll check out. Xavier Pickett back in, number 44. Dunn lost control. Horton. Fouled on the way up. Coach is leaving him out there with those 3 personal fouls. Williams Jr. slapped with his first. Cam Horton, 14 points off the bench, 4 threes. That leads all scorers, 2 for 2 from the line tonight, thus far. We'll get one more. Tied up at 44. 45-44. Horton gives the Hawks A 1-point lead. Wide open looking three-pointer, but too deep. Williams Jr., a little too much juice. Sword has a lane. Good job by Dunn clogging it. Robinson. Good no look off the glass. That's Williams Jr. averaging 10.5 per game. Had just 2 points against Southern Idaho. Cash is in there. Timeout Hagerstown and Bernard Hopkins. Hagerstown just 3-24 all time against Monroe. They have never won in this gym against the Mustangs. They're 0-10. In fact, the last time Hagerstown beat the Hawks in general in any game, November 24th, 2018. .28 to go in the second half. Monroe leads Hagerstown 46-45. Here on the Monroe Mustangs YouTube channel, nightcap of a doubleheader. It was Allegheny who defeated Elgin Community College earlier, 92-88 in game number 1. Monroe University will face Allegheny tomorrow at 7 p.m. Hagerstown will play Elgin. You see both the teams sticking around a little bit, catch some of the action. Shot clock expires. Loose ball, Monroe ball. So out of the timeout, it's Hart, Dunn, Peral, Williams Jr., Robinson for the hosts. It'll be Sword, Pickett, Horton, Cook, and Roundtree for the Hawks. Three. Off. Done the offensive board. I thought Sword fouled him there. Giving him a little leeway. Robinson, the left hand, can't finish. 2 Mustangs went up for it. It hit the top of the backboard. It'll be Hagerstown ball. Devere Palmer Jr. will replace Killian Itzart. And Eric Mejia back in for Emmanuel Peral. Last year, Monroe won 90-77 over Hagerstown. An exciting meeting. We're sort of shy of that score territory as of right now, but still 11 minutes to go. Sword missed the baseline jumper. He's been off tonight. Dunn. Offensive foul called on Robinson. For Robinson, that's his first. Team 6th. One more, they'll be in the penalty for the remainder of the contest. Jeff Brustad, head coach, 22nd season, calls out defensive formation there. Pickett in the paint. Not enough. Dunn. He's been giving them quality minutes. Offensive foul is the call on Robinson. Again, that's back-to-back offensive fouls, and that gives Hagerstown the ball, and it puts Monroe in a very precarious spot here. There's 6 players on the court for Monroe. Dunn and Robinson both check out for the Mustangs. Good one-hand pass there. Oh, and a good baby hook to Marion Roundtree. Gives the Hawks the lead. Really impressed by the coaching of Bernard Hopkins tonight. His team went down 8-0 early. They did not fold. They tied it up immediately, 8-8. They even took a lead at one point. Here's Sword. Oh, Sword knocks it down, and if he can get it going from foul line extended, look out, Monroe. Mason Sword is the missing piece of the puzzle. He's a really good basketball player, don't get me wrong, but to his standards, tonight's been a bit quiet. That's saying something because he's got 10 points and 6 rebounds. But I really like Sword. Not really coming from a basketball town in Palm Coast, Florida. When he's donning those pretty cool white goggles, those specs out there. I used to wear those when I played. Almost looks like he's watching a 3D movie out there. Washington hits the first. Ashton Keys back in. He'll replace Roundtree, and Najee Allen back in as well, replacing the freshman Xavier Pickett. So Washington playing with those 3 fouls. He's a perfect 5 of 5 from the field. Now he's 3 for 4 from the foul line, leads the Mustangs with 13 points. Bad pass, good hands. The sophomore Jordan Sanders has entered the game for the Mustangs. And a good clean strip from Horton. Mentioned Sanders, sophomore guard from Atlanta, Georgia, had 6 points in 6 minutes off the bench in their last contest. Another foul on Monroe. My gosh. And that's on Sanders, who just checked in his first. Team's 8th, so it was a shooting foul, so it'll be a 2-shot foul. Not in the double bonus yet, 2 fouls away from that. Horton, 91% free throw shooter. And he, tonight, has now got 17 points. He's a perfect 5 of 5 from the foul line. Horton hits them both. Hagerstown leads 51-48. That's the largest their lead's been. 3, Sanders! Off the bench, ties it up. 51 apiece. That's a huge lift. They need that shooting off the bench. Out of bounds. Mentioned Hagerstown Community College, playing in the NJCAA, of course, but specifically the Maryland Junior College Conference, Division I, Region 20. Tallest player on their roster is 6'6", but they're hanging tough. I mean, you got Hassan Washington and Riley Dunn to compete with out there. Killian Ittard as well. Oh, what a move by Mejia. Wow. And a three-pointer. This crowd was ready to erupt as Sanders just missed the three. Wow. Eric Mejia. Corner three. Short, no foul. Here he comes, Williams Jr. with the jam! Monroe up 53-51. Wow. This crowd is into it now, if it wasn't already. Sword kicks, Keys. It's the screen. Hagerstown turnover. They're beginning to self-destruct. Couple turnovers in a row. Bernard Hopkins needs a timeout, and I don't blame him. You're beginning to lose it, but the good news for Hagerstown, you're only down by 2 points. That's it. All this momentum to Monroe, and they just have a 2-point lead. So at the under 8, 7:44 to go, 53-51, Monroe. $7:44 to go. Monroe leads Hagerstown 53-51. My name is Tom Scavetta. Thank you all for joining us here tonight. Two fantastic games. You love to see that this early on in the season. You know, it's an invitational. Everyone brings their all. Sanders gives to Williams Jr. Mejia, three from the wing. Off. But Palmer Jr. there for the offensive board. Draws the foul on Allen. Oh, they're going to call it on Ashton Keys. That's his first, the team's eighth. Keys has played the most minutes off the bench with 12. DeBoe's right behind him with 11. At least out of who's on the floor right now. Splitting the pair is Williams Jr. Mitchell back on the floor with 4 personal fouls. It's him, Sword, Keys, Horton, Sword, 20-footer blocked, or partially blocked. Oh, good feed and a good layup. That's Cameron Horton. He's been there all game. His season high is 23. He's up to 18. Under 7 minutes remaining. Robinson's three. That was Sanders, pardon. I did it again. Jordan Sanders. Oh, and a nice block by Williams Jr. Here is Williams Jr. Hacked and fouled, and Mitchell's gone. That's his 5th foul. 5 fouls on DeAndre Mitchell, and that's huge. Hagerstown loses their leading scorer with 6.5 minutes to go in the contest. Not good. You have to be smarter than that, especially at the JUCO level. Everyone's watching you. They want to see how you play in those situations. He's going to be a little more composed. He'll get there. But tonight, not his night. Ashton Keys will come out as well. Tamarion Roundtree back in the game. Tristan Cook, too. Williams Jr. hit the first, but not the second. Still a very close game. Hagerstown with possession. Gets the pick from Roundtree. Horton, a 2. Hits it. Oh, they call it a 3. Okay, so Hagerstown back up 1. Pardon. 56-55. Palmer Jr. hit nothing. Wow, so Horton is now at 23 points for the night. That ties a season high. There's a steal. Mejia, 1 on him. Oh, good job avoiding the contact. Puts it in. Brewstad might have wanted a foul too, but and a good job there by Monroe getting back in transition. I mean, Brewstad's such a good coach. 9-time District Coach of the Year, 13-time Region 15 Coach of the Year, which covers Lower New York, 12 Region 15 titles, 9 District Championships, 9 NJCAA tournament appearances in 22 seasons. Now his 22nd season. Mejia, Palmer, blocked from behind. Roundtree, and he gets a technical foul. He stared down Palmer Jr. after he blocked the shot. That's an awful play there. By Roundtree. His team is down 1. You cannot get chippy there. Block the shot and get back in the play. It was an awesome play that Roundtree made on the rejection, and luckily for him and Hagerstown, Mejia just missed the first foul shot. Technical free throw. He splits. So Mejia was 6 of 6 on Saturday against Southern Ohio. 91% on the season for him. 5:13 to go. Still a good chunk of time left. Call out a play. 8 on the shot clock. Now 5. Mejia needs to decide. They need to shoot. Mejia way off balance. Not even close. Great stop for Hagerstown. They would love to open up this long weekend here with the win. And they're giving Monroe everything they can handle. You have schools like Elgin and Allegheny watching on. Horton. Sword, a 3. Got it! Sword helps Hagerstown regain the lead. The senior from Florida drills another. What a great shooter for a big. Someone's going to pick Sword up and get a real steal, I'll tell you. I think Sword, a bit undersized for a forward, 6'4". Reminds you a little bit of like like a Bonzie Colson who played for Notre Dame. Really good scorer, good shooter. Extended his game his junior, senior year, hitting threes. Mason Sword doing a similar thing for Hagerstown Community College. I'm sure he would love to get a next level opportunity following JUCO. There's Palmer Jr. at the line. Hits the first. Mustangs as a team just 53% at the foul line, and that number will drop more as Williams Jr. can only split. Tied up at 59. Under 4 minutes to go. Folks, fasten your seatbelts. You're in for a bumpy ride. Final 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Sword on the wing. 5 on the shot clock. A quick one-handed pass tapped out by Monroe. Xavier Pickett back in for Hagerstown. Bernard Hopkins wants a 30-second timeout. Now, keep in mind, he's only got 3 seconds on the shot clock here, so whatever it is, it has to be quick. We have not seen Killian Ettart re-enter yet for Monroe. They like what they've got right now with Ryan Williams Jr. on the floor. Devere Palmer Jr. Both looked really well. DeAndre Mitchell fouled out about a couple minutes ago, and that's a real shame for Hagerstown. Mitchell's final stat line of the night: 6 points, 2 rebounds, 2 of 6 from the floor. Played just 14 minutes, too. So, got to learn how to stay in games. Give and go. Sword, beautiful play design, just couldn't execute. As DeBose missed the 3, he's back in there. DeBose, Roundtree, Horton, Sword, and Pickett for Hagerstown. Turnaround, baby. Oh, go, boy. Little spice in there. Palmer Jr. puts Monroe up 2. He's out there, along with Williams Jr., Washington, Mejia. There's a 3. Sword! Put a Shining Knights armor on him. Wow. He's been a dime. Mason Sword has really come on in this second half. But Sanders with the response. Timeout. Jeff Brustad. 64-62 Monroe over Hagerstown. 2 minutes, 49 seconds to go. Play resumes, 2:50 to go in regulation. Sword with a basketball. Gives Roundtree. Hagerstown down 2. Turned it over. Here he comes again. Williams Jr. reverse layup is good. Having a huge bounce back performance. Monroe shooting 49% from the field tonight. Sword, floater on the baseline is off. Out of bounds, off HCC. Hagerstown shooting just 33% compared to Monroe's 49%. Turnovers, Monroe has 22. Hagerstown starting to creep up there, though, with 16 of their own. Points in the paint, Monroe leads Hagerstown 38-14. Huge discrepancy there. Mejia, under 2 minutes to go in regulation. He stripped and fouled. He'll get free throws here. And that's huge because Monroe's up 4. Mejia a little shaken up. He gets up slowly, he'll be fine. Mejia 1 for 2 from the line tonight, 91% on the season. Front ends the first. That's a huge miss. Splits another pair, 67-62. The visitors possess. Palmer Jr. Good active hands there. This is Cook. Side, good pass. Horton. Oh, he's been there all game. Another 3. That was huge. Horton for Hagerstown is up to 26 points. 67-65, 90 seconds to go. Washington thought about it. Wisely defers. They kick. Sanders again. Not that time. Hagerstown gets it cleanly. They'll slow it down. Minute 15. They're down 2. They don't need a 3 here. Still plenty of time. 1 minute remaining. 67-65. Sword kicks. 3-pointer. Off. That was DeBose. Ball is stripped. Mejia to Palmer Jr. and Monroe needs to settle this down. It's a 2-point game. Hagerstown desperately needs a stop, and we get a timeout here. Called by Monroe and Jeff Brustad. Shot clock is at 19 seconds. It is a full timeout, and they'll talk this over here. 67-65, Monroe. 41 seconds remaining. Monroe with possession. They're up 67-65. 10 on the shot clock. Palmer Jr. through traffic, draws a foul. Not sure. That was close. That was tacky. They're going to call it on Sword. That's just his second. 31 seconds to go. Man, Monroe got bailed out. I thought Palmer Jr. attacked too soon. It wasn't a high percentage look. He got lucky, and Sword committed a foul. Now, this has been the problem for Monroe. It's been these free throws here. Just 50% on the night. Good stroke for Palmer Jr. Hits the first. Pair would be huge. Would make it a two-possession game with 31 seconds to go. Hits them both. Timeout Monroe. Jeff Brustad wants to talk it over again. 69-65 with 31 seconds to go. And we'll see what Hagerstown draws up. Time is ticking away. Welcome back here to the Monroe Athletic Complex, New Rochelle, New York. 31 seconds remaining. Monroe leads Hagerstown 69-65. Bernard Hopkins' team will have possession. Out of the timeout. Sword, Horton, Roundtree, Cook, and Dubose on the floor for the Hawks. Sanders, Palmer Jr., Williams Jr., Washington, and Mejia for Monroe. Open three for Horton. That's what you want. It's short, though. They have to foul. 21 seconds, and Dubose finally fouls. And for Dubose, that's his third. Double bonus time. Sanders will go to the line. He provided a decent spark off the bench in this second half. Sanders, 6 points. Both of his buckets were threes and huge momentum boosting threes. Sanders hits the first. That was huge. So Monroe, a team who struggled from the line, coming on late in the second half. They've hit them when they've mattered, and they've been defensively stout. Six-point game. 19 seconds to go. This will be a full timeout for Jeff Brustad's team. Once again, 19 seconds remaining. And we'll see what Hagerstown can draw up. You'd imagine you can get Sword off a pick and roll or another open look from Horton. But you're down 6 now, so Horton seems like the best option. Especially because tonight, Horton is 6 of 10 from 3. Just past 9 o'clock here on the East Coast. Hagerstown will possess. Same 5 out there now that left during the timeout as for Monroe. Horton dribbles it up. Looks to create. Sword, contested 3. No dice. Loose ball. Who comes away with it? Hagerstown does, but Palmer Jr. with the rejection. Oh, what a 3! Tristan Cook in the corner keeps the game alive with 4.6 seconds to go. Bernard Hopkins takes a timeout. He's got 1 left. That 3 keeps Hagerstown, keeps them in it, but if you don't get a steal, you need an immediate foul. And Monroe, realistically, needs to just hit 1 free throw and it's done. You would think, right? I mean, you hit 1, just tell everybody, do not foul. Let them shoot. .6 seconds to go. Mejia will inbound. They'll get it to Palmer Jr. DeBose commits the foul. I believe that's his 4th. Oh, it's his 3rd. Monroe's in a double bonus, so we'll see if Palmer Jr. can hit 1, if not both. 5 of 10 from the line tonight. So you guys can do the math and figure that out. Misses the first. You have to hit this one if you're Palmer Jr. 5 of 11 now on the night. If he misses, you'd imagine Hagerstown takes their last timeout. 2.7 seconds to go. He hits it. Bernard Hopkins elects to not call a timeout. Sword looks to draw contact. Hits the top of the backboard, and that will do it. Monroe defeats Hagerstown. Final score 72-68. Monroe improves to 3-2 on the season. Hagerstown Community College drops to 2-2. Well-fought game from both teams. Monroe, their leading scorer of the night. Palmer Jr. at 14 points, 9 rebounds. Just 6 of 12 from the line, but he hit the last one that mattered most. He also had 13 points from Hassan Washington, 5 of 5 from the field, 9 points, 5 boards off the bench from Ryan Williams